There have been moments in my life where I've felt completely adrift, as if standing on the precipice of an abyss, staring at the void. A sense of hopelessness, like life no longer held any meaning for me. This feeling grew all too familiar when I lost a limb in an unforeseen accident back in 2021. Suddenly, my mind was a whirlpool of chaotic emotions, pulling me into a realm of darkness and fear. I felt like I was standing all alone, right in the heart of a merciless storm. Dark, ominous clouds loomed overhead, blotting out every trace of sunlight, warmth, and hope. The rain would lash out, like an unending downpour of sorrow and despair. The wind felt akin to an onslaught of negativity, nudging me constantly, threatening to topple me over into the abyss. My world seemed void of any color, any vibrancy, any joy. I was forced to hang up my boots on my professional athlete career. I swamped by the immense feeling loss. It was as if I was wedged in a maze of my own thoughts, my relentless fears, my deep-seated insecurities. I felt like I was being swallowed whole, choked by the overwhelming weight of my own despair. The pain was excruciating. It was a persistent, gnawing discomfort, a heavy burden that I had to lug around every single day. It felt like a long, dark shadow, omnipresent, always hovering, ready to shroud me in its icy, dark grip. I was filled with despair. It felt like there was no way out, no respite from the tempest brewing within me. I felt like I was lingering at the edge of a precipice, gazing into a deep, limitless pit. It felt like I was on the cusp, on the brink of giving in, succumbing to the darkness. But as I stood there, wavering on the edge, I had a significant realization. I understood that I was not alone, that there were others out there who were braving the same storm, battling the same demons, enduring the same pain. And at that moment, I understood something crucial. I had to forge on, continue the battle, persevere through the storm. Because every storm, no matter how horrifying, is always followed by tranquility. I want you to know that, like me, you're not alone. We are all in this together, and the sun will shine on us again. In my darkest hour, I discovered the first reason to step back from the edge: connection. You see, we humans are social creatures. We thrive on the bonds we form with others, whether they're friends, family, or even strangers we've only just met. There's a certain magic in sharing a laugh with a friend, a comforting hug from a family member, or even a simple smile from a passerby. These connections, these shared moments, they have the power to light up even the darkest of times. Reaching out to others, sharing your feelings, your fears, it's not a sign of weakness, no, quite the opposite. It's an act of courage, a step towards healing. Because when you share your burdens, they somehow become a little lighter, a bit more bearable. So remember, when you feel like you're drowning in the sea of despair, reach out, connect. Never underestimate the power of a shared burden. The second reason I found was the capacity for change, the potential within each of us. Change is the only constant in this universe, a force that permeates every aspect of our lives. It's an undeniable truth that can be as terrifying as it is liberating. Our current circumstances, no matter how bleak or insurmountable they may seem, are not set in stone. They are not permanent. I had lost a leg, yes, but I still had life. Every moment presents an opportunity for transformation, a chance to evolve and grow. We all have the potential for improvement, to become better than we were yesterday. This potential is not diminished by our struggles. Rather, it is often through these very trials that we discover our true strength. Remember, every beautiful butterfly was once a humble caterpillar. Every majestic oak tree was once a tiny acorn. So too can we transform and rise above our current circumstances. Even in the direst of situations, change is always possible. Thirdly, I recognize the inherent value of my own existence. It's easy to get lost in the storm, to feel like you're nothing more than the chaos swirling around you. But you are not the storm. You are more than the pain, the sorrow, the grief. You are a symphony of thoughts, emotions, talents, and abilities. You see, self-worth isn't about what you can do or what you've achieved. It's about recognizing that you, in your very existence, are invaluable. I had loved ones that would be sad to see me exit this life. It's about understanding that your worth is not determined by your circumstances or your feelings. It's intrinsic, inherent, and unwavering. When I began to see myself in this light, I realized that I was not defined by my struggles. I was not my pain, I was not my past. I was, and still am, a person of immense value worth fighting for. You are more than your feelings or your circumstances. You are inherently valuable. Fourthly, I learned to appreciate the beauty in life's little moments. It's so easy to get caught up in the grand scheme of things, in the big picture, and forget about the small, seemingly insignificant moments that make up our day. But it's in these moments, in the quiet, unassuming instances where true beauty often resides. The warmth of a smile shared with a stranger, the comfort of a hot cup of tea on a cold morning, the laughter shared with a friend over an inside joke. These moments, fleeting as they may be, are the threads that weave the fabric of our lives. They are the sparks of joy that light the darkness, the tiny miracles that remind us of the beauty of existence. These are the moments that make life worth living, that provide a beacon of hope in the face of despair. Even in the darkest times, life has a way of surprising us with moments of joy. The fifth reason I found was the promise of unseen opportunities. Every sunrise brings with it a wealth of new experiences, new faces, and unforeseen possibilities. It's easy to lose sight of this when you're standing in the eye of a storm. But remember, the future is a blank canvas, waiting for you to paint your masterpiece. Consider the world around you. It's vast, full of complexities, and brimming with opportunities for growth and discovery. Today, I proudly own a complex sporting facility that serves as an academy to young minds engaging in a variety of sports. There are ideas to explore, skills to learn, and people to meet who could change your life in ways you can't even imagine. Suicide, however, is a full stop. It eliminates the chance to experience the wonder of tomorrow, the joy of new beginnings. It's a decision that robs you of the potential that the future holds. The future holds infinite possibilities, each one a chance for something better. Finally, I discovered the strength within myself, the strength that already resided within me, waiting to be summoned. We all have this inner resilience, though it often lies dormant until we face adversity. It's like a well, hidden beneath layers of fear, doubt, and despair. But once tapped into, it provides an endless source of power and perseverance. Overcoming challenges is not just about surviving, but thriving. Each struggle we endure, each obstacle we overcome, carves out a little more of that well, deepening our reservoir of resilience. It's a process that doesn't just make us stronger, it transforms us. We become more adaptable, more resilient, more capable of facing whatever life throws our way. Remember, strength is not about never falling. It's about always getting back up. It's about knowing that no matter how dark the night, the dawn always follows. You are stronger than you think, and this too shall pass. As I stepped back from the edge, I found myself standing not in the storm, but in the calm after. That day is etched in my memory. The day the darkness began to recede, replaced by a glimmer of dawn. The dawn after the night. It was the dawn of a newfound appreciation for life, a dawn of hope, a dawn of new beginnings. Have you ever watched the sunrise? Have you ever noticed how the darkest hours are just before the dawn? It's a beautiful metaphor for life. Just when you think the darkness is endless, the first hints of light pierce the sky. A faint streak of color paints the horizon, growing brighter and stronger with each passing moment. It's a daily reminder that no matter how long the night, the dawn always follows. Overcoming suicidal thoughts was my dawn. It was my transition from darkness into light. It was the moment I realized that I had the strength within me to face another day, to face life. It was the moment I chose to live. Choosing life was not an easy decision, but it was the best decision I ever made. I discovered that life is not a series of problems to be solved, but a journey to be experienced. I discovered the beauty in life's little moments, the joy and connection, the power of change. I discovered the value of self, the promise of unseen opportunities. I discovered that I am stronger than I ever knew. Life is unpredictable, full of ups and downs, joys and sorrows. It can be overwhelming at times. It can make us feel lost, hopeless. But hear this, as long as there is life, there is hope. And so I encourage you to look for the dawn, the light in the darkness, the hope in the despair. Look for the new beginnings in the endings. Don't give up. Please say no to suicide.